Bim, guess what? We're going to do some cooking, and we're going to do some exciting cooking. This is easy cooking. This is going to involve, I should have got this prepared before I actually started the video, but never mind. Potatoes, and onions, or an onion at least, and a tin of corned beef. Any corned beef will do. It is, yes, we're doing corned beef ash, or some people like to call it lobbies, but I think that's a bit rude. So I'm going to call it corned beef ash. So let's get started, shall we? Okay then, so the first thing we're going to do is chop an onion, because onions give you extra flavour in this. I think I'll use both onions, to be fair, because these onions are not, don't feel the best. Mind you, there's a crisis on as I'm cooking this, so any onion's a good onion at the minute. So there you go. We'll chop up the side, chop down, chop down, chop there, chop there, little chops, and chop that. Same again. Chop, 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 and chop, and then chop, and chop. You get the idea. You chop it up. It doesn't really matter too much if the fat isn't hot enough. It will get hot enough. I'll do the next one. Going out of the, it's like a condom, isn't it? Well, it wouldn't be a very good one, I'll be honest with you. So there's an image we didn't need. Ah, there we go, it's coming up to temperature now. So break the onions off. So I'll do this one, I'll pop it in the pan. Okay then, so we're frying the onions, just to make them soft before we add the potatoes. See they're going? So let's get the potatoes ready. So, potatoes, these are Tesco's finest apparently. Give them a chop. Leaving the skins on, you don't have to leave the skins on, obviously, if you don't want to. Make them quite small. You can chuck them in the pan while it's still frying if you want. Doesn't make a massive amount of difference. What you're going to do is you're going to add water and a bit of salt, and then you're just going to let them stew for a while. Well, boil, not stew. So just chop them up. Get in that, and then slice it that way. So you get the idea. So once I've done all that, we'll then add the water. Okay then, so people say to me, why don't you ever give amounts that you do? I.e., how many potatoes have you put in? All that kind of thing. Well, they're all different. What I do is put the amount of water in, and then when you can see the potatoes underneath it, that's enough potatoes. We're making this simple. We're not making it complicated. All we need to do now is give it a quick splash of a bit of salt, not a lot. And then let it come to the boil. And then keep this simmering away until the potatoes become soft. And then the exciting bit comes along, where we get along with the corned beef. In the meantime, keep your corned beef in the fridge. That's not a euphemism or anything. It's just, it's easier to cut once you've got your corned beef nice and chilled. So, leave it with you. I'll be back in a bit. Be about 20-30 minutes. Okay then, so they've been boiling for a while now, and what we've got is potatoes that are starting to break down, which is what we need. That's called falling. There's a little bit too much liquid in there, so I'm going to drain a little bit out. Not a lot, just a little bit. So literally hardly anything. And then get your masher. Because the potatoes have got the skin on, they generally kind of hold together a little bit more than they would do if they were peeled. But all the goodness and the vitamins are in the skin. So what you have to do is you have to give them a little helping hand by giving them a little bit, but not too much, of a mash. Don't go mad. Don't mash them into pulp. Just give them a little, nothing like that. You see already the difference that's made. So next up is to add the main ingredient, and the main ingredient is of course the corned beef. So, okay then, so you get the corned beef out of the tin. Now what I always do is give it a scrape, because I'm not a big fan of fat, and corned beef can be, this one isn't too bad actually to be fair, but corned beef can be quite fatty. So just scrape the fat off using the edge of your knife, and then put that lump there, and the cat will eat that in a bit. Then you just chop the corned beef up. Now this is why you put it in the fridge, because if you try and cook corned beef up when it's not been chilled, hey man, it doesn't like it. It just goes into a mush. Now you want it to go into a mush, but you want to cut it into pieces so it'll go into a mush easily. So you pop it into the can, into the pan even. Again, go down the middle, and go piece, 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 and piece. And then we'll stick all that in the pan. Now again, if you want to, you can stick an OXO cube in here. I don't necessarily need to do that, but you can do if you want. Gives it a little bit more of an oomph. Move that out of the way. Let's pause it. So there we go. Corned beef now is in position and ready to be integrated. That's a big word, isn't it? Into the potato, water and onion. And basically all you do is just stir it. Now you notice it stopped boiling because the corned beef was cold. So it's gone quiet. You can also see as well how it's breaking down now, which is what you want. So keep stirring for a few minutes and it will look like, so we're about halfway through the mixing. What I've done is, if you get some big bits, just squeeze them against the side of the pan and it breaks them down a little bit quicker. But you can tell now the meat is mixing in with the potatoes and onions in a really nice way. Again, some people add gravy, browning or something else, but I prefer the natural, everything to be quite natural with it. So keep stirring. As you can see now, it is turning into what you would recognise as corned beef hash or lobbies. You can also chuck other stuff in here as well. So for example, you can stick peas in here if you wanted to, or if you've got any veg in the fridge, you know, not onions, carrots or anything like that, you can stick that in. You can add whatever you want, but this is like the original pure recipe where all you've got is water, onions, potatoes and a tin of corned beef. And it's a really good meal, particularly for when it's a bit cooler. It's not a summer meal necessarily, but it's a really good meal for when you've been out all day in the cold, or it's a cold night like it's going to be tonight. Then this will keep you warm for quite a while. It's quite filling as well. As you can see now, it's completely broken down and it's pretty much almost ready to serve. So I'll give it a couple more minutes and then we will stick it out into a bowl and you'll see what it looks like when it's been served. You need a big bowl, by the way. So there you go, it's done. I mean, how easy was that? It's the easiest thing in the world to make. So we'll turn the heat off. Remove the spatula. We will dish it up in our big bowl. I said it is a big bowl. So Again, there's only me here, so I'm going to save the rest until tomorrow. I'll have that tomorrow. So put a paper towel over it. And so. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I give you corned beef hash. Now, best way of eating it? Well, my favourite way of eating corned beef hash is with bread. Now, you can either dip the bread in it, which is fine, or you can spoon it out and put it on the bread, drain a bit of the water out. It's better the second day because it's a bit dry the second day. So you have a basically a sandwich of corned beef hash. Ooh. It's hot, but I tell you what, it's rude to talk with your mouth full, but it is proper food. Dead easy, costs nought, just enjoy it. Obviously, if you're a vegan, you're stuffed. But other than that, have fun. Until next time here on Let's Cook, be seeing you.